Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine for no apparent reason? Picture this. A day that started out like any other, brimming with the trappings of mundane life. But as the hours roll on, the air grows heavy with an unsettling undercurrent. Suddenly, a frosty shiver creeps up your back, icy fingers tracing an unwanted path along your spine. No draft, no drop in temperature, just an inexplicable chill that makes your skin prickle. You shrug it off, but then there's this feeling, a prickly sensation, like 100 pairs of eyes on you. Your gaze darts around, but there's no one in sight. You're alone, yet the feeling of being watched lingers, an unwelcome guest in your own solitude. An unease settles in your stomach, a dread that clings to your bones and refuses to shake off. The ordinary day has spiraled into a sinister dance with the unseen. As the sun sinks below the horizon, the day's unease gives way to a night of terror. As darkness swallows the day, the terror begins to unfold. As the last rays of sunlight retreat, a hush falls over the world, leaving only the eerie whisper of the wind. It dances through the trees, rustling leaves in a haunting melody that echoes through the stillness of the night. The protagonist's heart pounds in sync with the rhythm of the night, each beat a testament to the escalating fear. The shadows stretch and twist, morphing into grotesque figures that lurk in the periphery of vision. They're elusive, always disappearing when looked at directly, but their presence is felt, an insidious chill that sends shivers down the spine. The wind's whispering grows louder, a cacophony of voices that seem to call out from the darkness. The protagonist tries to dismiss them, attributing the sounds to the rustling leaves or the creaking of the old house. Yet there's an unnerving familiarity to the whispers, a language that seems to resonate with the deepest, darkest corners of the mind. In the midst of the enveloping darkness, the protagonist feels a gaze, unseen but potent. It's as if 1,000 eyes are watching, their stares burning into the back, a sensation so tangible that it's impossible to shake off. The protagonist turns around again and again, trying to catch a glimpse of the watcher, but there's only the impenetrable blackness of the night. The fear grows, feeding on the silence and the darkness, spreading its icy tendrils through the protagonist's veins. It's not just the fear of the unknown, but also the fear of the known, the fear that whatever lurks in the shadows is not a figment of imagination, but a reality too horrifying to comprehend. Every tick of the clock is a reminder of the relentless passage of time, and with each passing minute, the horror intensifies. The protagonist is no longer an observer but a participant in this nocturnal symphony of fear. The line between reality and nightmare blurs, and the protagonist is left standing at the precipice of terror. With each passing minute, the horror intensifies and the protagonist is engulfed in a nightmare that's all too real. What if the break of dawn doesn't bring the light of safety but a heightened sense of fear? Imagine the protagonist, a beacon of courage now lost in the dark abyss of dread and paranoia. Every creak of the floorboards, every rustle of the wind, every shadow that dances on the wall sends icy tendrils of terror down their spine. They're trapped in their own desperate battle for survival, haunted by an unseen specter that lurks just beyond the edges of perception. Questioning the reality of their nightmare, they're caught in an eerie ballet, a dance with fear itself. Is it all in their mind, or is there something truly sinister stalking them in the gloom? The line between imagination and reality blurs, and the protagonist teeters on the edge of sanity. Fear has become their constant companion, a relentless tormentor that thrives in the unlit corners of the mind. The protagonist is left questioning their sanity, caught in a battle between reality and the terror that lurks in the shadows. As the first rays of sunlight pierce the darkness, a shocking truth is revealed. Our protagonist, their heart pounding and sweat trickling down their forehead, stumbles upon the source of their terror. An object as mundane as an old coat rack had been the puppet master of their fear, its silhouette morphing into monstrous shadows under the moonlight. The chilling wind, the cause of their goosebumps and shivers, was simply a draft slipping through a window, left slightly ajar. Their laughter echoes in the room, a sound of relief and slight embarrassment. They had allowed their imagination to run wild, painting a harmless object as a harbinger of doom. With a shake of their head, they dismiss their own paranoia, ready to put this night of terror behind them. But as they flick off the lights, stepping into the comforting darkness of their home, they freeze. Was that a shadow moving in the corner of their eye?